Aquarius, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aquarius, please. All right, so we have the Hanged Man in reverse, Pisces energy. Your person, the Two of Wands, also in reverse. Viewing you as the Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What you're not seeing is the Emperor, Aries energy. And the final outcome, we have Death and Rebirth, Scorpio energy, okay? And we have the Page of Wands. All right, Aquarius, I feel like you're ready to get things going. I feel like there's a connection or there's a person here who's really exciting for you. And I think you're starting to see this person differently. So I don't know if they're a coworker or a friend, whoever this might be. It's like, I think you're starting to really feel the feels. You're attracted to this person. You're excited about moving things forward. All right, and you've been holding back long enough is what I'm getting, whether you've just been single and kind of focused on yourself, or if you feel like you've been holding back here with this person. All right, the Queen of Wands in reverse, though, tells me you might be a little bit less than confident about how they're going to react, or you may have a few different options available to you, and this is someone that you're very interested in, you're very attracted to, but you're not sure where this is going to go. Do they feel the same way? The Queen of Wands in reverse can also indicate here that you realize maybe you feel this person has a choice between you and someone else. This could be somebody you're hooking up with or somebody you're flirting with, but it does look like this person is making that choice, Aquarius, to have a new beginning with you. But you might not be sure. Do they have other options? Are they going to choose me? All right, and you're not in a pick-me energy. I want to be very clear. You're excited about this. You want this to happen. You're starting to see this person differently, but there's that question mark. Are they going to choose me? Now you're viewing this person as Justice energy, a Libra, which they may or may not be, but we have the Justice and the Emperor, Libra and Aries axis. So this is telling me you two really do complement each other in harmonious ways, and that this is most likely a soulmate connection. But you see this person as somebody who's fair and just and really well put together. I'm also getting, though, with this Justice card, you may know that this person has a choice here, a choice to make, whether it's between you and someone else, whether it's relocation, whether it's because you work together and maybe you're not sure if that's a good idea, whatever it is. But you do see this person as somebody who prioritizes balance and harmony, somebody who's calm, somebody who would be very good for you is what I'm getting. And you're viewing the relationship as the Death card in reverse. So this is definitely not something you want to let go of. This is not something you want to see fizzle out. I mean, I feel like you really want this. But you're also seeing it as something that's taking its time to transform, which can be a little bit frustrating. Now, for some of my Aquarius, you're dealing with Cancer or Pisces here with the Moon card, but I'm sort of getting more than anything that this person does have really deep secret feelings for you, and most likely that's something they've had for quite some time. So with the Two of Wands in reverse, I feel like this person is absolutely ready to have a new beginning. I feel like this person chooses you over and over again in their mind, okay? But let's go to the Oracle deck first and see what messages, advice, and guidance come through. So we see bad timing. Everything will come to you at the right time. Be patient. Your time will come. That's that Death card in reverse. I feel like this connection is going to transform, but it may need a little bit more time. All right. We see uproot bad habits. You have let bad habits take hold of your life. It's time to uproot them and start fresh if you want to see a positive change in your life. All right, and so, a lot of you're focused on, you may have already been focused on, uprooting bad habits, just cleaning up your side of the street. And Spirit saying closed doors are blessings. If something you were hoping for doesn't happen, know that something even better will. And it kind of feels like this feels like that's something better, right? And Spirit's reminding you, Aquarius, to become a source of light. You're a natural healer, born to bring through new healing methods to whatever areas you choose to work in. Okay, so this is just about like shining your light as bright as possible. Recognize that what is truly meant for you will not pass you by. You've been putting in the work. You may need to be a bit more patient before this connection fully transforms, but you have someone here who's looking at the past, making a decision, and it certainly feels like they're choosing you. The Knight of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. See, you two are very similar. You might mirror each other in a lot of ways. But this is somebody who's slow moving, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. They've made a decision, okay? They know that this person wants to invest in you, okay? But with the Ace of Pentacles energy in reverse, it's like, yes, but not right now. So there is something that's holding them back. Again, it could be distance. It could be they need to get out of another relationship. It could be because they are not sure how you're feeling. It could be because you work together, but the feelings are totally here. So the Knight of Pentacles in reverse is how they're viewing you. So they might feel like you're not coming towards them and they're feeling a little bit confused because of that. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse also indicates that they see you as somebody who's different. You're anything but run-of-the-mill Aquarius. They see you as solid, stable, secure. They feel like you know what you want. They feel like you're generous. You have a lot to offer. All right. A lot of you might work together, or you see each other like at the gym or somewhere you like to go back to, your favorite restaurant, you know, the dog park, you know, your favorite bar, club, or restaurant. But this person sees you as very dedicated, very hardworking, very grounded, knowing what you want, very focused. Okay, and we have the Six of Wands in reverse. But they might feel like your energy is scattered, or they might feel like sometimes you ignore them. So again, you both might be just kind of waiting to see how the other one feels, or to get like a full read on each other. But with the Emperor here, Aries energy, this certainly could be a divine counterpart, Aquarius. I'm also seeing that you have someone that wants to step up. I feel like they want what you want. All right, now we see the Empress energy in reverse. Now this might be what's holding them back. This person might be feeling a little bit insecure, like maybe they don't have enough to offer, or that you're not really super interested. But the Empress in reverse also indicates there could be some sort of third party energy here that they need to release. Again, maybe they're making a choice between you and someone or something else. Yeah, see, there's been a painful ending with a third party. Maybe they're still healing from that. Maybe they're going through that. Maybe they're going to initiate that. Okay, and Temperance energy, divine timing, be patient. Oh my gosh, Aquarius, I feel like everything is going to come to you at the right time, but the time isn't quite just yet. So the Death and Rebirth card is saying, you know what, you can hold space for this connection, Aquarius. I think you both feel the same way about each other, but this person has to make that decision or go through that ending or heal. They're finding balance right now. There's going to be a new beginning. There's going to be truth and clarity here. I love this. The Sun, okay, it might be a little bit like, I don't want to say it's disappointing, but I think there's something going on here behind the scenes that you're not fully seeing, Aquarius, and I do think you're going to get the truth. All right, and the Nine of Swords, and it might stress you out, right? It might stress you out because I feel like you have a lot of strong feelings for this person. The Page of Swords in reverse, they're checking you out as much as you're checking them out. But, you know, I do feel like, you know, you might be stressed to find out that they're still living with someone that they're breaking up with, okay, and that they need time to like move out, or, you know, or that maybe they have a contract and they work overseas or in a different city or state or something, and they can't end that contract for 6 more months or something. So it does definitely feel like there's some delays and detours here in this connection, but it doesn't feel like it's not going to happen. You both have these strong feelings for one another, and I just get this person is choosing you. They're choosing you, but there's something that about this third party energy, whether it's work, whether it's another relationship, whether it's, you know, their schedule, whether it's their family, something that needs to be resolved first. Now, with that said, remember, Aquarius, don't put your life on hold for someone who's not available and not making plans to come towards you, right? And so we see closed doors are blessings. So you really do need to be in a flow state. Like, what's truly meant for you will not pass you by. But I feel like you're going to get truth and clarity about something you weren't seeing. It may be a little bit stressful, but it's kind of like hang in there kind of energy. But I want to just be very, very clear. I'm not recommending that you just hold on for something that, you know, is keeping you single or keeps you in a gray area. You know, or keeps you on hold either. All right, so this person, high maintenance, I feel like this is somebody that really wants things to be right. Okay, we get in and out. So I'm wondering if this person comes in and out. Like, I wonder if because they travel a lot, or they're a little bit back and forth, or they have been back and forth here with, I don't know if it's a job or a move or another connection, and we get in it to score, but they do want to win. They do want to make something happen here, because we see the spirit baby's energy, which is, to me, it's like a 6 of Cups soulmate. They feel this really strong connection with you. Although this person has been waffling a little bit, okay? And I don't know if it's just because of because you work together, or because of this third party. Maybe it's, maybe they have to get a divorce. Maybe their assets to be split up. Maybe it's very emotionally heavy and they need to heal, whatever it might be. And I do feel this person is quite particular with that high maintenance energy. They like things to be a certain way, or they want everything to, quote unquote, feel right here. All right. So we see controlling. Again, that's tying into that high maintenance energy. Now, I'm not getting that this is somebody who's jealous and possessive and controlling, but I do think that this is somebody that they like to feel in control, especially when it comes to these big decisions. They like to feel like the timing is right, okay? We see lost spouse. Okay, so this person could be a widow or a widower, or maybe they have to go through a divorce or something like that. And we see meeting online. So some of you, maybe you met online. That's going to be a confirmation message for some of you. And we see that this person is very health conscious. So that's, their physical health, their mental health, their financial health, their emotional health. So this person is somebody who I do think is kind of particular and likes things to be a certain way. Like, I kind of get, they don't like to have any loose ends. Okay, so kind of that, I get the gist of this reading is this person needs to tie up some loose ends here before they can fully invest in this connection. And it's going to be completely up to you about what you do in the meantime. All right. Some of you will be holding space for this person. Others of you, I do think it's going to be stressful regardless the decision that you make. If you're choosing to hold space for this person, or if you're choosing to move in a different direction, if you're like, yeah, I'm not putting my life on hold here. All right, let's see what your advice is from Spirit. Take a chance, Aquarius. It's time to step outside your comfort zone. The world is waiting for you to take a chance. When you do, you'll be rewarded with newfound confidence and enthusiasm, and will begin to attract new results. So take a chance here. You're going to know in which direction you want to move in. And Spirit saying it is going to take some strategy and some planning. Your actions have taken you to a new phase in your spiritual evolution. Now is the time to plan and strategize for the highest possible outcome. All right, let's see what this person's very next actions are towards my Aquarius before we wrap this up. What are their very next actions towards my Aquarius, please? Ace of Swords. So still not really communicating, and Hanged Man kind of hanging out in your energy. There is truth coming in though. Okay, there is truth coming in. But it may take some time because they're holding back and they're looking at all the details before they come in with this communication. So this communication that you're going to get is probably not going to be within the next couple of days, maybe in the next week or two. All right, my lovely Aquarius, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.